I deserve a minute, wait a minute. Gotta get up and over, regain my composure. No longer my lover, finally finished and you did it. Girl, you really showed me. Think with your heart, don't think with your body. Clever. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not Justin Timberlake, write me a river. Lately, I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. You tried to convince me it was all in my head, and I felt like it's not you, it's me instead. I wanted to rock with you, roll with you. Said you was my baby girl, then you left me too. Everything was kosher, perfect like a poster. Then I got word that you wanna lead a picture. Off with somebody else, off with the jerk. With the shame on me, I really thought that it could work. Off with somebody else, off with the loser. Shame on me, I really thought we had a... Lately I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to turn to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to. Everything was green light, now we got the red. Could've had somebody else, chose you instead. Okay. Yeah. Lately I be having conversations with myself, cause I feel like I have...
Check. And we are live and lively. Just want to say manners and respect to the Real Entertainment Network for having us. You don't know it's all about me alongside Alan Powell. Alan led for the weather Powell. That is. How are you? How's your weekend?
Me good now. Had a little football this weekend. I was entertained by the little stupidness them what I just find entertaining. And I got more entertainment to get tonight. I got a season finale tonight. I got spoilers tonight. Yeah, I had a good weekend, man. Had some entertainment in your field as well. I feel like it's a point that we start off with that day. Seem like St. Kitts and Nevis up 1-0. But me go let you kick it off, you know. You go explain what is taking place, you know. Unless you want me to set the scene and you come in. But
we all know for those who don't know and who's not in tune, you know what I mean, there's a musical warfare going on with Byron Messiah and basically the whole of Jamaica. But one person decided to step out and just try to do a track, you know, and for me, the track is just a track. But when Byron react, and attack towards that track, it just blew everybody's mind, knowing the fact that everybody was relying on Talibans, but Taliban come back again with something different.
Okay, well, I want to clear up a couple of things where we're just because we will get to some other things later, but one, as far as the warfare part, I want people to understand because and Jason might be able to expound upon this a little more. We speaking about lyrically. We speaking about actually the two artists are known for having melodies in them song, and we're looking for creativity. You can't come and just tell a man by F this and get no points. That's not no creativity. This is not what we're looking for. And that is why part of the thing when we realize, and big up to Byron for this, he responded on social media, and Jamaican people tell he no. This not a social media war. Get inside the studio, get pana with him, and answer back the guy. And Byron get pan that get in the studio within 24 hours and do a video too. Like he been a wait. That's how you got to take it. And big up to the Jamaicans then, because me don't hear Jamaican people say, yo, the way how the man come with that there by TJ, you got to go answer back. So it's just to point out, because you got a little tension in the air right now, as far as guns and the rhetoric of them kind of thing in politics, and you know, you don't get it in that. So I mean, just want people to understand. As far as the warfare, we're looking for musical content.
For
We're
sure.
looking for creativity. We're looking for melodies.
I feel like the last time something like this ever happened and we gravitated to was between Carter and Mavado.
But that's the big one. Because even me don't hear Jamaicans and all I say, and that how come they put some push up on TJ too, as far as they say he don't run from a war already. And once again we're talking about a little war. There is a competitive spirit ingrained into dancehall music and into hip hop, in particular rap, R&B too. But it's a part of the thing. We wanna see yeah man, yeah Colette TJ got to come with a strong round to sing it and Navy's up one right now. The second thing I'm gonna tell you, I thought it was Byron Messiah against Jamaica too. But I would say 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Jamaican want me here with Byron and got a little following. And you see people are big up Byron in the following too. And not only that, people look at it like a mayo from a musical perspective, and they refresh by it, man. I feel like Byron doing an excellent job so far. First, you know what I mean? I was wondering, cause TJ just so serious when he target things, them, you know. But
Like, it
I would
just
give
sound
you
like a
one.
regular song when you sing a bad man song.
You ain't giving TJ no props. You ain't giving TJ no
No,
props. You
no.
know, you're coming here in some bias mode right now.
I'm not biased. I'm musically inclined to listen to the lyrics and I know what carry weight and what doesn't.
Okay. But, well, in the Jamaicans, as me say, them criticize and them say TJ no come direct. Cause they even man a compare breaking down line for line, and man I tell you, well, TJ come with a maybe 2, but Byron give him about 5, including couple slapping in the face. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was entertaining. Sing it and you having him a cat. You know, Byron I give the exposure.
Again.
So far, you remember when they gave him the keys to the city? He done
Yeah.
he done gave you the value for that. He done gave you the value for that. For my part. He in Jamaican culture, man I speak about this thing. No, you know, no cricket tonight, you know. You know, no cricket tonight. Last week, boy. No, me here one, I don't know. But that they far again. I'll make a tell you. In the bedroom. But yeah, you have
But it's good.
any
It's a good
more?
thing.
You have any? Yeah, I just been asking if you have any more on the Byron Messiah thing.
No, me not got much more apart from what me listen to. I was eyeing into the back chat on social media with man. I say suck your mother this and that and whatever, whatever. Me not into that. You understand me? Go in the studio, as you say. You understand me? And bring out some content. Give me. That what me gravitate to. Me gravitate to a
Even
response.
even today, I think been a teacher, but then he been a say he put out this little thing on social media. I feel like that's the thing why I gotta remember. I think I get on Instagram And I think I going make sure that when TJ live, me go see. Cause I feel like I gonna join in
Well,
SK and shows. I feel like
we follow
I
both of
feel
them, eh?
like we need to, yeah, I feel like we need to get together and we need to get some SK and shows and laugh after him when he come in week. Cause I find today was week too. We ain't dealing with no social media on this.
Talking about oink.
Mm-hmm. Boy, listen, I done got some penguin memes line up. How well want him go live. Not when the show going on, but I well want him go live let him see some penguin. Boy, yeah. We will get this thing in the studio.
I just love it. I love it right now.
Hmm.
Cause now, you know why we have to us DJs now? We got to download the two song them.
Um, that is the wonderful thing too. And both of them basically, listen, I would say Byron are banging pan views too. Cause in 24 hours, Byron got 213,000 views, and TJ got 215. And this guy in actually is with TJ, so Byron even my banging pan views. Um, even the Jamaicans will tell about Taliban's beat Drift. Taliban's make people forget about Drift boy. You know the man say shut up the car. But them a Drift you know. Oh my god. And put them in a divorce too. So every time he sing divorce you got to hear all going on. Wow. Yeah man. Vibes.
Lyrics for
Me not
lyrics, no?
Jamaica that still got sting?
Me think they start back last year.
Byron Messiah ever reach pan sting? That's it.
Well,
That's it.
you know how they're gonna reach man's thing?
Tell me.
Couple more songs got to come out.
That's what
Not
I
just
mean.
one song.
That's what I mean. We need it. We need it.
Because what will happen now? What gonna happen now? Let me just grab a little predicament, right? So like we watching this thing, right? And like, you know, is one of the two rhythm them the either like go freestyle pan. Is either the punani rhythm or the showtime rhythm. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
imagine two artists that neck and neck pan band one and each of them rhythm they just have freestyle lyrics for lyrics.
Yeah, man. Vibes need to happen. If that happen, think it's a news need to start at music hall of fame, and we got more people to put in than Byron Messiah. But telling you better believe he gonna got to go in there. Just to be pants thing. Me not even care
If he
if
reach
you read
pan
all it.
sting and not only reach pan sting, but reach and sting and win the actual clash that for like versus whoever. You know? Like just give him just make him national hero then. If
I'm
I
telling
can give
you.
will give he.
I'm,
They quicker give he. Will it and Nevis man not gonna national hero so easy.
but will it do an even get that? I wonder if you ever get a sports one from Nevis, because Nevis does give it awards too. But not even a sports one by. Alright, but
I guess
Jason,
Mark said the hospital I guess Mark goes to the hospital more important than national hero.
top priority.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we got a lot of politics to deal with, so let me not bother with all of this. The first thing maybe I want to say, I feel like I want to get off me NRP beefs and them off my chest before we get off to any other politics.
You what?
No, me NRP beefs
What do you
is
mean?
listen.
Elaborate.
Okay, me two issues. I still ain't understand why there is nobody in St. George. I understand that it's a big mountain to climb, but I just see Janice climb a mountain. So me just not get. What kind of with that part there? You could tell me that election is not for 4 years. How I don't know? How I don't know the premier say things good. He might go one in 3 years. So somebody got to build our vibes. And I feel like the people are in charge. I mean, the people are everywhere in the nearest what it. Even though there is not competitive, as me say, things could change. I had another beef from oh yeah, the next one. You feel like NRP got a track record, in your opinion?
Within the 5 years in?
No. Me,
Overall.
well, okay, what would you say is NRP track record?
Within the stuff what they do within the 5 years and compared to if he if they do more, if they do certain stuff, well, I can't even know what to say. But because he had to compare because it's only 5 years, right? What I know of.
In your consciousness, from you know yourself. I've been doing alleyway nowadays. I've been from alleyway independence time. I be see peace and independence. So that's fear.
As far as I know, based on certain track records, I know NRP gets certain jobs done, certain
Okay.
infrastructure finished. I can't recall if I'm wrong. I can't recall NRP had any unfinished projects
Okay.
other than geothermal.
Now here what happened. Me not actually asking a trick question. No. All what me really I consider is, so if this thing go all the way, NRP is not gonna have been in power for 15 years, right? 2020 ain't gonna be the same politicians. Ain't gonna, like, things gonna just be different, right?
Yeah.
What kind of track record then go tell me about from 15 years of I be about track record? That
You
feel?
can't talk about track record from 15 years ago. You know why?
Okay.
Because politicians come and go. Everybody do things different. You got some politicians win the seat and ain't do nothing. You got some politicians win the seat and do stuff. Look on Zook. Zook out of power and Zook more active than all of them. I could swear Zook is the premier.
Okay. You bring up Zook. That's a good example, you know. He 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 could tell me about his track record, right? Within government, which should now be the last decade. So he could show me by this away the middle. How you okay. If you never been in power, you go get a track record. Cleon got
No,
a track record. What is Cleon track
no,
record right now?
nothing.
You got a track record as a parliamentarian. But you ain't got no track record, right? Man, listen,
Nothing.
I hear somebody been talk about NRP track record and maybe not try to work out what is the track record. Because watch ya, it's in the same way what me try to tell you. If the premier tell me about something what NRP do wrong in a 2008, big man, that there will be 20 years ago, you know? So where the lyrics they gonna come in, me not feel like none of them could depend on. Me feel like the only set of people who could deal with them track record right now are the premier. Eric and Brand. Who else ever tell me about track record? All like a Zook, he ever tell me from 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, people are gonna watch you and tell you, but you lose 5 years ago. I see a woman climb a mountain. You say nobody no shit. And me see him climb Navy Speak. Beat you up on Navy Speak and back. Yeah. It's just a question. Just a question. It crossed my mind. I hear somebody talk about in a big track record. Me don't know what the track record could be. What is Janice track record? Janice, I build a track record, you know, but as me say, is as a parliamentarian. Me no know Janice track record in ball. Can me never see it.
Nope.
And if you are the party in power, you're gonna use that as your advantage. You're gonna say, well, them no nothing. And Janice angle is, I mean, present a plan. You see the integrity of the person, and when you ain't got a track record, ain't necessarily a bad thing. You never do nothing bad. What you could say. But anyway, let me get to some of the politics. You want to sing it first or Nevis?
Sink it. We catch a both.
Sink is people vex. Nevis people ain't got a cricket stadium, so I've been on no vex one. But sink is people vex because they ain't bid for the T20 World Cup, which is next year June. And you know the Premier vex too, because you would have had T20 World Cup going on, and maybe international players could come over for Mango Fest. What? You check? But nothing going on. The government
We mean they ain't bid.
Well, the story come out because it was on Quick Info and all kind of other websites. So it was basically saying these are the sites. So you got you're gonna get games in New York. For anybody who is in the USA, there's gonna be games in New York. They are currently building the stadium. Even though our Minister of Sports said that he did not have enough time in 2 years to make the changes to Warner Park. They are in the process right now in New York of building a stadium. And there are also going to be games in Broward County down in Florida. But that's a regular thing. I don't know what's going on with that. Jamaica no bid.
Yeah.
St. Kitts Nevis ain't bid. And I think St. Lucia ain't big. No, St. Lucia got money. St. Lucia would be. But some other little island ain't big. I think it's people upset. The man asks, well, what you mean 2 years? What you mean 2 years and you can't make the changes? So we ain't gonna cricket. I think he said we would have games, but maybe it would be like warm-up games. But we ain't gonna have any actual games in St. Kitts and Nevis. Y'all gonna have to go at least to Antigua if you want to see games. And of course, the big game's gonna be in Trinidad, Barbados.
Yeah.
Oh, Grenada was the third island, but Grenada ain't spending no shipping money right now. Grenada, Grenada, the Prime Minister of Grenada ain't even no kind of joke is spending money right. Oh yeah, I hope y'all watching the ladies, the netball. I find a website what else go live with the games. We've been getting crushed, but it's been competitive. He's moving around well out there. May know what the score was against Dominica, but for sure we're gonna beat Montreal. Everybody beat Montreal. He had a whole game and Montreal scored 5 points, 57-5. Had a game Montreal gave 80-something points. My God, Montreal is awful. But we'll say to that, tough games, man. But we in the top 40 in the world, you know that? For netball?
Yeah.
Yeah. You only got
Who's
41
number
team,
one?
right? Australia.
Nice.
I think Jamaica they are number 4. Jamaica ain't playing, but this is a international series, so yeah, man. So if on YouTube, I just be there watching, seeing what going on. Like that. More singles, more singles. I didn't hear the answer to the question, but I could tell you what the question was. A reporter asks if it's true that 30,000 passports have been sold under the CBI program. 30,000 passports have been sold under the CBI program. You heard that? Yeah, I see your eye open. Yeah, I think everybody's eye should be wide open by that. And he also asks, because he said it's a population of roughly 55,000, but he hear 30,000 have been sold. What's your
So
prospect?
multiply that. You got a calculator in front of you?
Oh, Jason, man, you're a good man. You're a good man. Because one of the reasons why my eyes open up, I tell myself, and I'm gonna use the number 175,000 right now. Let me say the average cost paid was 175,000 for 30,000 applications. That means the CBI program would have made $5.25 billion, Jason. And
That,
if that is
that,
facts, I'm with the premier. I got, well, what do you think? What do you think? 5.25 billion.
5.2 billion.
5 billion.
That mean the next toes coming out next month and double salary still?
Me don't know what taking place, but that will be the total.
But over what time
Adel,
period though? Oh, so Adelaide.
listen, this song, everything will be this song like from since the CBI get like the rebirth, what I would call the rebirth. So I would say this going back from since Labour, when Dougie fix it up, through team unity, and then I don't know. 5.25. Listen, there is no possible way this could be under Dr. Joe. That's what I will tell you first. It can't be under Dr. Joe. I feel like this is cumulative over time. And if you watch the premiere numbers, I feel like we was supposed to get like 1 point, I would say 1.3, 1.4 in them kind of region there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people are saying collect about half of that. He got beef?
I
If
don't
that's the
even
real
know.
number. Remember, you don't even know.
You got beef. But I got chicken. I got chicken if you want to cut it up.
um, my hesitation, because I want to be on the premier side, you know. My only hesitation, because I got to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
The premier argument is the CBI is some kind of separate money. And I argue that that cannot be the case. The CBI is federal money. And the CBI accounted for in the budget. You could, well, listen, I'm gonna tally up the CBI money.
You have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna tally up the CBI money from W time and see and try to get a rough number from what this thing
So we're gonna be for the
based
CBI
off
part too.
175,000 and see what taking place. Um, but it's a big number. I was
Big
supposed.
numbers are good enough. What we receive in big numbers is always a good look enough.
Yeah, and
So you don't think the premier collect $1,000 too?
I don't have any confirmation of whether or not he was able to receive
All
this.
them gonna take come enough. Zoo gonna take you one especially. Here's Zoo. Me work on so me gonna want my money.
St. Kitts Solar Farm.
Yeah, man. If
Okay.
you're here on the show, please share the show. You don't know manners and respect to everybody who be commenting and you know what I mean and give us your constructive criticism as we are talking about the CBI money. So if you're not getting your cut, you better go back home and start paying Social Security so you can get a little buzz every now and again. And this is a hurricane season too. So you never know. They might come out with some sort of assistance program once you pay Social Security.
Um, look, I'm trying to find how much money them man borrow for the thing. But anyway, think it, how much of our money think it's borrow for the solar farm? They're paying 12% interest. Some other
Ooh.
government, some other government that come out and say they ain't dealing with the particular bank because the interest rate too high. But
And we got 5 point whatever billion, so that means we could pay off that debt.
listen, I really understand what's going on, right? I'm watching the spending that is going on from the Sinkits end only to gauge how I would feel about it if I was the premier. And suppose, for example, I was a premier who needed money to finish a geothermal project. And I was seen by a man borrow 80 million on hospital. I paid 12% interest to some solar farm. Give everybody $1,000. Money just a go. But me need this year. Me just a try to gauge, as me say, how I would feel if I was in them kind of particular position. You know them kind of ways that you say?
Mm-hmm.
And then, because it would have been even more tricky too if you was the premier and you had happened to be the leader of the opposition too. And as me I tell you, as you in charge of the public accounts committee and you watch how the money are going, it's like, wow, you just could have used some of them kind of. But as I say, it just make me wonder. I don't want to think these people feel like me a pick man. Everybody feel like me not like them.
That ain't a matter of that. You saw what you said, people take it how they want it, right? But at the end of the day, if we no money coming in and we could clear up something one at a time based on the sales, because guess what? I don't feel like the CBI money should be any different from whatever money, whatever revenue, you know. You answer me? It's just an
It
extra
can't.
revenue.
It just accounted
It's
for
just an
differently.
that I don't have the problem with that because, like, as
Mm.
they said, Nevis Land and Housing, you know what I mean, has a different entity and different accounting and all that type of stuff. Nothing is wrong with that, but make sure the money helps do whatever because it's me and your passport, you know.
Definitely. But uh, all I can say is a complicated issue that the Chancellor card definitely did not solve.
Yeah.
Mm,
But it
let
is
me see. Let me
it is
see.
what it is. So
Okay. Let we
I
let,
just
let
hope
we
I
give
just hope the 30 I just
what
realized something.
30 guy.
I just hope the $31 million budget what they cut for entertainment ain't went into one entity alone.
No, that
Yeah,
was spread out.
because I go ask certain people questions. Hey, how's your life been since that $31 million budget has been cut for entertainment? You know what I mean? Why the only thing we see happen with the money there, Mango Fest and Culturama.
I've been just going a shift off a SK, but I forget we also have another hot SK topic. And one of them where you could speak to better than me. Because I don't feel like I've been in touch with this situation. However, may I explain it? I'm explaining it incorrectly,
Mm-hmm.
apparently. Um, bye. Like a lot happening in SK. But we're talking about the situation with Nathan Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
The Dominoes fiasco, we're gonna call it. You check? So Nata, what we gonna say, call up a man. It was close up and man. There was an exchange of words.
There was an exchange of words, and based according
Mm-hmm.
to the understanding that I get, Nata approached the guy thinking he had on his son chain.
Mm-hmm.
So he went got checked to see if he had on the chain what he took away from his 8-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And he didn't see it. So that's when he said, you know what I mean? And you could hear people saying, oh, like little bickering or whatever, you know what I mean? Which is irrelevant because as a father and your 8-year-old son get jumped by older people. Because no 8-year-old gonna be get jumped by no next 8-year-old and father gonna be showing up downtown.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? If your 8-year-old son get jumped by by bigger people, you're gonna show up because guess what? He couldn't defend himself.
I feel you. So you are you are of the opinion that okay, let me put it another way now. You are understanding, you are sympathetic. You could put yourself in another shoes.
Nata, everybody need to forget Nata is a father before ambassador, a father before politician, a father before all of these stuff. You understand me? So that instinct erupted.
Um Nata is thinking about Nata, right? I think that's
Hmm.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
However, Nata is a man with big responsibilities and duties.
Yes.
Facts, right?
Yes. But he could still he could lose them or gain them. But at the end of the day, he's still a father.
You don't make the point there, right? So we're gonna stick a pin right there. At the second time you make
Yes.
the point there. Me nah gonna make no point to ten. Is it possible in a man life that he could get responsibility so great that they're bigger than his family?
I mean, it come down to a man morals too, you know.
Let me put it to you in another way. Suppose you are not responsible for just your family. Suppose you're responsible for all the families. Suppose you're doing your job is taking care not just you and your family. Suppose your embarrassment when you do something is not just you are embarrassed, but you embarrass an entire nation.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is not a regular responsibility. And I don't feel like that responsibility. No, I will even take that back. I will say, when you reach in a certain station in life, you have to operate as a gentleman. It is what it is. One of the time I had said a couple of years back during the quarantine, the premier is not allowed to shoot down in real politics. He's supposed to shoot at his peers are higher. When the premier, for example, gonna say bye, the woman they look like she want a goose who iron out the face. He ran. He shoot down. You can't shoot, so and then you can't shoot, so and then be like, I would like the political rhetoric to change. Can't happen. Because you reach a particular station and you got to operate as a gentleman. Me in knocking the father angle, but I would like to stress, I feel like we had two breakdowns in the system on two levels. We had a social breakdown and we had a legal kind of responsibility breakdown. The social breakdown coming in with regards to the child. Me don't really know the context of how the chain was taken from the child. Me hope it was a situation. No child supposed to be in danger in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's just not supposed to happen. Me feel the same about women who are in control of themselves. Not
And
supposed to be no kind of danger. See,
and whatever issue the adults have, yes, I mean, nobody children should be involved.
and that's why me say a social, because when me say social, me talk about this and I got nothing to do with the court. Me talk about we on the street and we see that somebody approach a little child in a kind of way who take something off of them. We see
Mm-hmm.
somebody involved in a child in something where they say they got an issue with an adult. You understand? So socially, me see a social breakdown because you're not supposed to happen. But watch it. I'm gonna show you vibes. Me never really show nobody this, but one time in Jamaica, right? We under an aqueduct, and this young lady who used to come down and play dominoes in Abby, she boyfriend come down there and start to bang on me G. And me from Jamaica or nothing, but as I tell you, woman not supposed to get them kind of and man jump in, not to bang off the man or nothing, but yo, no. Certain things you can't let him in front of you. Like I saw. On the legal front now. And when we see the legal system breaking down, and when not a really failing his responsibilities too. Nata was a candidate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Nata is a man who tell you he believe in the constitution and the laws of the land and all these type of things. I feel like Nata, what really happened to Nata is my biggest example of the system failing. Cause if Nata in a them kind of position there and he feel like he got to take it upon his hands, he He had no time to call the police to go down there with him. To do nothing to channel it through proper authorities. He not, it seemed to me like he not feel like the proper authorities would have do what need to be done. And he hear this man down the alignment. So he failed and he embarrassed the country. The second ambassador in about a 48 hour span who embarrassed the country. And that's how come I say Nata, I think about Nata. Nata got problems, Nata this. But when Nata do something, it ain't gonna just be Nata. He gonna be the ambassador for St. Kitts and Nevis. And then Leon Nata. So when you St. Kitts and Nevis, it bigger than you. It bigger than you. Well, they say he made a report. My bigger thing is I see people looking at the legal system and they don't feel like this thing happened to me today. So how long now me got to wait to get this change? When I gonna do what needs to be done? How long it take to get a case? You understand? So the motion of the legal system, that to me where the frustration be. Particularly is overchain. So this not really need no high court or nothing. This supposed to be book back. Quickie, you know. They say a report was made on Independence Day. So, when you're in position of power, it hard upon you, Jason. But the premier can't really go cuss him. You know how crazy he gonna look? And if you want to know, you could just watch on the map Wednesdays, 8 to 10. But yeah, you can't just go cuss. You're gonna just be looking crazy. Not when you're in those type of position, because you're a gentleman. This is why you're put off. Every time you appear on TV, you know, see, I got to on color and so. I got to put on color too, but when it's on real talk on, it's different. Man, see, I would say that even if it happened in the Federation, it's regional news. Yeah, this is on the news. What do you? This is not those times, man. When something happened, it's out and it on the internet. No, man, you can't talk about it happened in the Federation, so it's not a problem. It was such a problem. Nata himself came out with an apology to the nation, not to his family. And by the way, Nata, come on, man. Listen, you politicians, when I got these kind of tight things to do, what I need to do, right? Y'all need to send a message to the REN network and say, listen, what do I have to do? Nata was supposed to have that thing there. First of all, you needed Model Cap Shack to have good internet. It's number one. You needed to have the child's mother there. You know how we do this thing. You have on your gabs, but you're not on a jacket, but you're got on a shirt. You know what I'm saying? The child has to be there, and you humanize yourself. He apology. That's how you do it. He would watch out. If he had do the thing with Shaq properly, he would not have had to apologize. He only had to apologize because he messed up the thing with Shaq. Even with all what he did. And all you have to do is call your network, you know what I'm saying? Send the deposit or whatnot and get the information. Man, you could have get the apology for free. I think he should do another interview. He was still very emotional. And that's what I'm saying. If they tell him, man, no, you can't do the same in that state there. you need at least two Johnny Walker and Ginger. You understand? And then we start to talk. You can't do this. You're too high strung, buddy. That's what I'm
Alan,
saying. He didn't humanize himself.
he
Talk to me.
still he still charge up because based on the next video, you could see the man threaten him and all that type of stuff too.
Um, I feel like he will be. Man, he done had a conversation. You understand all what I'm saying? And I could go back to when the lady was knocked down in Zion. The country is still looking on. You know what I'm saying? We're still making sure. Still got to make sure that the officer is checking in. You know, don't get on any boats. You know what I'm saying? The system just gotta work. People got to see the system work. That's the biggest thing. Me talked to a man the other day and he talking about how hard business be, not in terms of opportunities or nothing, but sometimes somebody do say, let me go ahead and do this. And then through the process, you ain't getting your money. But he getting what he need to get. But yet, and yeah, you don't say the car. All these things. I thought that would have been evidence. But we're gonna see the next time police get a car how that gonna go. Listen, all these things may tell you being monitored. We're gonna see what take place. The same thing where people have to see the system working. It got to
You gonna get
be.
charged
We
with
don't.
manslaughter.
We don't want. Me not concerned what the charges be or not. No. What me I say is we want resolutions to be swift. Bye. I suppose we talk about the court. I'm hearing things are not go down in the court. All is not well. All is not as it seems. But I'm gonna have to do more reporting on that. But all is not as it seems. Um, let me say it like this. Apparently, everything moved out at the building except the court. That sound right to you?
No.
The land registry gone somewhere else. Where you do your affidavits and so gone somewhere else. Even the little front office there, down in the corner, that there apparently nobody in there. It's just the judge and the court. All is not well. Um, you want to deal with the other ambassador who was doing stuff in the UN? Listen, all I'm telling you, man, when you get power in life, is a funny thing. It's not about you on them levels there. You say you're going to represent Nevis? My God. It's for real. You go take it into account. On that particular occasion, boy, think about right now when you hear people and all in foreign get locked up for drugs or whatever. What you hear? And the National of St. Christopher Nevis, boy, always come back in. And this a private citizen now be a talk about. Much less when you elevate to a level where you're telling me you're an ambassador. No, man. Because then, how not even come back and tell me anything about why you believe in the system? But the system got to change. We need a reformer for the system that we have here. You have a number of things to choose from. We get a system where we think the people would more appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me give the NIA some roses. They sent a delegation to Estonia, Jason. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Estonia is number one in digital learning. I also, if you listen to the speech, the premier says the word coding about 65 times, and good for Nevis about every other time after that. He ain't lying with Estonia, man. He ain't lying with how good they are at digital learning. They say during the pandemic, that was nothing for them. Um, the only thing is, right? I want people
Yeah.
to be aware of it with this Estonia thing. I do feel like we're gonna genuinely get a lot of good information from them. Particularly, I think they're focusing on the teaching aspect. So being able to deliver education electronically. So I feel like they're gonna get a lot of things. From the reading I was doing though, Estonia did something in the 90s where they call it e-Estonia. So they was one of the first countries to be like, yo, we taking things digital. So I think they say like 96% of transactions digital. 99% of taxes paid digitally. Um, let's see. No, not the article. It was just another article here. It's none of the articles. But anyway, the bigger picture is Estonia made an investment into digitizing the country since the 90s. So when it comes to 2023, they're living in that for years now. I feel like we might not necessarily achieve the same results, bearing in mind we ain't got the same infrastructure and we ain't got the same mentality. If you want to pay somebody $2 in Estonia, you could do it with a card. Whereas somebody said that they went to buy a bread the other day and it was $2 and they say you have to spend 25 at least. You know what I'm saying? Estonia always has encouraged technology to solve problems. So I feel like we're gonna got to go a little further. You know what I'm saying? Continue with the STEM thing. They're doing a little good thing with that. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna continue down those parts, and the premier gonna have to learn another word besides coding. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping a couple more programming and them kind of thing there. So that you gotta stay up to the time, you know. I was to ask you another question. When you watch the premiere, you ever get a Johnny Baba vibes? Like he don't do leg day in the gym? You never get Johnny Baba vibes when you watch him or
I'm
not?
gonna, I'm gonna be honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we don't look for, as since you say,
Mm-hmm.
he don't dribble.
Well, I give you the next thing to look for. Just watch you see if up top no look. 'Cause I was seeing him, he was strolling about the place. He was saying like he going from this to this and he was walking on the road. And I said, what Johnny boy? Just watch him and then just watch a Johnny Bravo clip and tell me if he ain't get it right. He need to do some more leg there. But up top looking like he pushing. You know what I'm saying? we got a new pack system. And what that means is that when you do an X-ray or an ultrasound or I think some kind of another imaging CT scan, that when they don't do it, they will be able to send it directly to your doctor, to your doctor's office. So you go, you take the scan, and your doctor don't supposed to get a thing, and boop, everything is good. So the government has offered this new service at the Alexandra Hospital. I was told that the doctors would also need to implement this system. So doctors, guess what? Y'all gotta go spend a little money because packs ain't free. So it's a very good thing. Very good thing. The doctor gonna pass the cost along to the as the premier said, the cost will be passed along to the consumers, the customers. So doctors don't be not afraid, no watch the money, Just sign up and make everything look legit. Let everybody know that y'all are packs accessible. You know what I mean? That might be a good little way to have a little difference in your business. As me say, a man go do his X-ray and boom, you got it one time. He could go straight to your office and you got the information rather than you got to wait there and you got to care my doctor all them things they done with now, So I feel like that's a good thing for the government, man. You have any thoughts on the
Chef
PAC
asked what
system?
happened to the electrical. Chef asked what happened to the electrical database where they spent millions on.
Maybe this is it. Maybe
Maybe they
this is
trade
it.
them
I
in
don't.
for. Maybe they trade them in for the hospital money.
But
They love to send
I
things. They like to rest down things and send them down a Singitsia.
I hope it's the new PAC system. If it's the new PAC system, we would at least be in the year 2017 as far as that technology. If it's anything older than that, right, God help us out. By the premier said that the bypass road right now they strip it and it feel better than it feel like it done ready to go. I would like to tell people the same thing that Renzo Griffin was telling people. The politicians are telling I go that live in the area. They ain't drive on the bypass road for months. So if you drive on the bypass road is only news you're looking. Me ain't driving on the bypass road for sure. I driving across stretches where I need to go specifically one place. You know, make no sense drive on the road there. You understand? Unless she got the fire. If she got the fire, well then, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. I would walk. I tell her that she would have to be phenomenal for me to drive on the bypass road. You know, make no sense. I drive on, drive to Ramsbury, drive down Social Security Road, drive to Craddock Road. So much of ways who get around this thing right now.
Only 1 year at a time.
Yeah, and I gonna give Daily a big up too. Because the premier game a small one. He was like, people have been complaining about the roads, that one in particular. And really and truly, is not till Daily pointed out. I mean, what? And I said, what? Make no sense, Jeff, on this year. And that way before the man decided them going to do all of that there. Yeah, the road there needed attention badly. It looked like the man might even take away the little part down in the bottom and widen the road. I don't know what's going to happen. We are doing water rationing right now. So if water is off by you, that's tough. Moving around. I have to check. I have to check to see when I'm gonna be on the schedule because I've been hearing about it and then I reach me yet, but I know it's coming. Um, the only thing I'm telling you, this is in a wet season, and I'll be able to wash it water rationing. And to add
Mm-hmm.
to that, the premier mentioned that 1 million gallons of water a day will be needed to cool down the turbines for the geothermal. 1 million gallons of water a day per day. And we're doing water
Well,
rationing right now in a wet season. All right.
but Alan, it's possible. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he could get the 1 million gallons, you know?
All right.
Yeah, because what happened is, you ain't collecting the lava, you know, you're collecting steam, right?
Yes.
And what comes after steam, main water?
Mm-hmm.
So, the what, well, I ain't know how we automatically set up, but I'm only speaking from my common sense point of view. If steam bring water, you only need the steam for whatever, you know what I mean? After the water could just be recycled into wherever.
Um, some of the water you got to some of the water is wastewater now. Not all of the water you could do that with.
Mm,
Because then also remember when you extract, you also extracting all kind of other things, you know.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so some you can't go back in there. I'm just saying it's a consideration. We're doing water rationing in the wet season. Maybe you're gonna walk out as you say. Leave this nice.
My government gonna get things done, get the job done. Want you?
At all moments in time. Job numbers in Nevis up, and not only that, people making more money than what I was making before. Um, we're picking up the slack. I think that man said SK going through some kind of problem with the CT scan. People are coming Nevis for the CT scan, you know. So big up the premier for the vision on that part there. See,
Mm-hmm.
that because scanning in a container, work is being done. And now you got the new pack system. They not only could get a CT scan, but the scan could be sent directly to the doctor. So by the time they reach back down St. Kitts off the boat, everything is lovely.
Well, how much jobs
Also,
has been created?
400 jobs in July. I hear that about 65 times today. 400 jobs in July.
400
Big
jobs in
numbers.
July.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, you
big
give people
number.
from the culture, you mean, you give people from the culture committee work to do?
Um, I be talking about jobs now. Um, Io, is it possible you have the social security clip? If it's possible, then you have the social security clip. If you don't have it, um, indicate and let me know, sir. Um, what else? What else? What else? Next thing about geothermal. Due to the fact that the government said that we're not brokes, but we need $40 million that we don't have. Um, she said other countries are indicating their interest. America, I think he said Canada. Think it's for sure the federal government. My question is, the fact that we're gonna be depending on people to do the geothermal, they're gonna have shares in the company. How this gonna work? How what the deal gonna be?
Remember, when you get a natural resources, when you get a natural resource, right, you could also then know the revenue and it's cheap. You know, you could make something cheap and make easy money.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sleeping. Yeah. So I guess they're looking from it from a point of view. And also you could give them a feed. Like for instance, I think there's a line that run between St. Kitts and Nevis. I think it's a phone line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be something similar like that.
But I'm trying to read.
But also it could also be there's something talking it will make it more exciting, like a power play. See, Adele just said, it could also be a power play, whereas like, oh, see, other countries want to do this with us. You know what I mean? Only we got this and whatever. But at the end of the day, it just blowing smoke up on everybody else. Because 9 days we're gonna forget about that.
Okay. Um, these are the words of a politician concerning geothermal and some concerns what I have. So he claims the government has mishandled and mismanaged the project, in particular by awarding it to a particular company. Um, he said the contractor to develop the plan did not disclose publicly the bidding process. And he said, in quotes, the details of the contracts with the company have not been made public despite considerable clamor for them to be made by the opposition and the press. Indeed, no information whatsoever about the financial arrangements have been made, have ever been disclosed. The entire process has been cloaked in secrecy. Which politician you feel like said one thing?
It's only got Drew. Drew are daily.
No, that was Mark Brantley. But to be fair, he was talking about NRP. Here what me want you understand.
So he basically talked to himself, no?
No, no. If you take this as the gospel, and you better believe anything what Mark Brantley ever say in his life is the gospel, then you know this. If any opposition, for example, if an opposition was clamoring to know what's going on with the hospital, like for example, they been want to know what's going on with the pier, or the airport, or the Mondo chop, them kind of ways there. He would tell you as a good politician, come on, come to the people. The process has to be disclosed before. It was just interesting. But hey, the premier got lyrics in. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Um here we're going on, right? Just play them in the order where you did them in. Must play them in the order where you do them in. Wherever order them in, we gonna deal with them accordingly. And you can play the first one whenever you are able to. So, me gonna talk in the meanwhile still. Bye. Jason, you remember a couple of months ago I said the two shows them, the Andy Mark and Tell Me Need to Pull Out. You remember that as well?
Mm-hmm.
You listen to any of the clips of the premiere trying to end Tell Me?
No.
Well, of course, the Hebrew boy say, and let me tell you something to you. Well, I supposed to know, because from me being a telling Polo, I supposed to know what energy me come with. I feel like I could cuss you sure and I could cuss her because I could take it. But no cuss them pan ya. Give her the word. Tell her you not agree with her with them kind of ways. And for me, but yeah, I could give me whatever I got to see me whenever I see me or whenever, whatever. Just, you know what I mean? Just not hit me. But the violence is uncalled for. I feel like the premier catch Tolo boy. He catch Tolo and he catch Daily. He catch Daily. He say he catch Hensley, but I don't feel like he catch Hensley. But
What do you
basically,
mean you catch them? Me not understand.
Tulu was on the show, right? And Tulu was saying, this man went down Singits. No, he kill a fisheries project in Nevis and went down Singits to support one. Any politician what would do that deserve to be shot. And Tulu rang. Okay, you see what? Listen, watch out. Me tell you, me listen to the show them, and ain't just tell me. But me I listen to the show them and me I tell you some wild things are being said, man. I know that. And you see where we reach down to? And that what the man said. He rang, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If he says so, you're
And
wrong.
how he rang to? And how he end up jagging them man too? Is because he says so and nobody tell him. Boy, no man. You know what I mean? You're going too far. So that's the angle by the premier play. The premier said, see that? They must say must shoot me. And none of them are correct them. Yeah. And then the next clip now, he play. And I believe, listen, this is the best two clips where he got. Cause he say he got more and so, but I don't feel like he got nothing better than this. Cause if he had one a car line, oh my god, he would not have hold it back. But the next one now, a man calling and the man say, bye, I can't take it. Why I need to go? I need to farm a revolution. Why I need guns? And all that kind of thing there. Watch out. When the man says so, me hear Daily say, I appreciate it. Me say, boy, no Daily, you can't do anything there. No. So them man put anything on the line. Them man put anything on the line. Yeah.
So what your
You
father
will
say?
be not listen. That I tell you, he trying to catch him by association. He was trying to catch him by association. He basically saying, well, you one of them man and you're supposed to know better. Them kind of ways. You don't know how it is. Do as I say, not as I do. Them kind of ways. But to me, Tanya, that is
Well,
fair. Because listen, Tanya, what I really was trying to determine was whether or not he wanted the station shut down or the shows out of here. And from what I hear, he wanted the shows out of here. You know, seem like he going after this station. But I feel like, but you gotta watch your lyrics. You gotta watch your
So
lyrics.
who
All of
who's
that,
who,
not
so who's who on top two?
well, you see, and that was the next thing. But I didn't want to go down the road there as far as doing the comparison shopping and then saying, well, bye. I hear a man saying this and, you know what I mean? Them kind of ways there. That's why I came and I said, boy, I call out. Because also, too, I know, like, you got to know Hebrew by mentality. You can't talk to Hebrew by like a street man. Because they're going to hit you back with them kind of things there. You can't move so. Not them around this and that when he went on the platform and call people. Yeah, but you know, I remember them thing there. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, you know, if you are saying that you're better, you're gonna be better. Indeed and in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Crazy.
GG would got to hear it in its entirety, you know. I'm reacting to only what he said. I don't know if there was more after that. If the premier allowed himself to be manipulated. That, like the premier don't trust on what do and he not realize on him. Cause he said Carlisle Powell unelected and me there me say boy stink Carlisle Powell boy. And then me think about Chai and me think about Janelle. And I say bye. It's tough. Unelected. I feel you. And then he try another word and he say, you know, I don't listen to talk shows because I have things to do. But he want people tuning in and listen to you. But people got to be aware of what them I say.
So you don't be talking to
La-
yourself.
I tell you last year Zoo get up on the platform and say he not got time will be on Facebook a post picture and attack things and same way the premier look up and be like, oh you not got time will be on Facebook or then kind of what they your chop. I feel you Zoo. Feel you. You know, realize.
Who
But you all
who
last
on
night,
Facebook now?
oh, okay. No, but when he talk about people on Facebook all the time and a post picture, who you talk about? You got
Between
to
the
treat
trees, them
you
the sauce and
you,
tree. Maybe a
you
sauce
got
and
to
tree or
watch your
sugar
word.
apple.
You got to watch your words.
Hey, hey, I don't see daily. A daily and then post the picture there, right? The picture they crap me up, you know?
Mm.
Like the picture, the big bush, you know, a big bush is supposed to be.
Mm. So he ready, you know. So I
When,
go ahead
when it
whenever
is
you ready.
completed. I also want to make the point that we had budgeted $20 million for that project. We, based on the last tally that we had spent just about 17, give or take, $million. Are we anticipating that there may be a cost overrun? Possibly, because of course construction materials and all that have also escalated during the time. But the point I wish to make is that as I am standing here speaking to you today, Mr. Bard, we have not yet exhausted the amount that we had budgeted for that project. So it would be incorrect for anybody to allege that there's a cost overrun there. There's no cost overrun because we have not yet spent the $20 million that was budgeted.
What?
Um, you know the premier is a technical man. So even if he see that, you know, obviously this thing gonna be over, very technically, and that's fair. By the letter of the law, there has not been a cost overrun. Sometimes, I tell you, there's a lot of the premier that got some good lyrics sometimes. And one of the good lyrics what he just saying is he just say like people who talk about politics sometimes they don't know politics. Sometimes people talk about construction and they don't know about construction either. In construction, when you are doing a project, particularly of the magnitude of the hospital, I'm told that you do something called a project assessment, cost assessment. Cost projection is the word.
But he's
And you
saying it.
look
But
and you look
but
at
Alan,
what has been spent. Guy,
but he's saying it like if things going up every day.
he say from since the pandemic. You know the pandemic is the cry. So when you're doing cost projection, you look at what has been spent to date, and then you also look at what you still need. They are necessary because for any project that is over a year or an operating cycle, you could not just say I've made minus what I've spent is what? Right. Anyway, you go to cost projections. You go figure out what you don't do, what you need, all these type of things.
Cost projections
If
goes by stages, right?
definitely.
Okay.
Well, how it is really and truly is, as you say, like when you're doing a major project now, as you're doing it now, you're supposed to be kind of checking in every now and again and say, well, we reached this far in the project, we don't spend this amount of money. It's just being prudent. It's
And
like when
based on
it's like when somebody hosts a bill and you see them go up on the side every day and them I watch and I see, well, what going on?
but Alan, I feel like most trading development companies also, if you're buying a large number of stuff, they would also give you a certain price to regulate and like for instance, if I know for sure you're working on a big project and I know for sure I got something where you want, you know what I mean? We're gonna come to a conclusion.
Yeah, but
Like in terms of the
the
price, because I know for sure you want these. And even if the price go up, you know what I mean, you know for sure how your money gonna stand with that material.
but the only thing is the conclusion we're come to in 2019 is not the conclusion of today, particularly with
No.
building materials. So it's fair. Me not fight that one there. Listen, if the hospital had finished on time, the premier would have looked like a genius. Watch it, I could have tell you 2027, 5 more years. I could have tell you that now. But 2027, me no know if the hospital gone down.
So he felt.
He I wonder if that had been the full one. Guy been say something about in the next one he might talk about some of the issues what he had.
Run clips.
Um, he said they waiting for some kind of quantity takeoff, and yeah, that's really like a first step. Cause that there is not even that they ain't even your budget yet. Cause quantity takeoff not take into consideration like labor and all kind of other things that you prefer. So even when he come with this quantity takeoff, it still ain't gonna be the full amount of what is needed to complete this project. But yeah, you can go ahead with the next one whenever you are ready, sir.
I thought it was important to make those points because the project is delayed. I have said that that delay is unacceptable, and I apologize for that. But those delays have been caused by a number of technical issues. Now you ask, could we have done better in terms of the architectures? Could we have done better in terms of the bidding and tendering process? Hindsight, they say, is 2020. And so I would say absolutely. When we look back, you see mistakes that were made, you probably could have done better. But those mistakes have not cost us in terms of anything substantial financially. They have cost us in terms of time, in terms of delay. And I want to make that point.
Let me
Mr.
speak up
Premier
my
time
point.
is money.
Yeah. I don't want to believe I go waste the premier time. If the premier tell me he gonna make me 10 o'clock, I don't feel like I go stroll along there 10:15 and just tell him, I only lose time. Me not ask you no
Alan,
money, you know?
Alan, I
Mm-hmm.
used to work for a man. I used to work for a man when I come out here. And the man tell me shop at 9 o'clock. I reach on the job 9 o'clock. You know what time he shop? 11 o'clock. He got to pay me for them 2 hours me wait for he for.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he talking about time. Somebody getting paid, you know?
Them big bush
When
they
he
got to
talking
cut.
when he talking about his time, you understand me? If you decide to cut the bush next week, you understand me? When it was easier to cut today, how much you going to cut now? You know? When you go back next week, you know?
Yeah, well, you gonna get fresh big bush, cause remember rain just falling.
I'm glad you know. So the job what was supposed to take you 15 minutes gonna take you 2 hours now.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Somebody got to get paid because yeah, I'm saying like he talking about no extra money, but you see, he say it in a way that you hear what you're supposed to hear and you not hear whatever else. He say like you not spend the money after him. Oh, me not spend the money, not like that.
Cause it's not over yet. They're not over yet. They not get the
But you get
confirmation of how it's not over.
but you get the frequency what way the depend. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I still got enough money to go down buy Phoebe buy some food.
Yeah. Yeah. I get the intro. Holding on.
Boy,
Um,
big big man, that
the,
shot ain't gonna work.
the next thing what he addressed in the little clip there once again, and that's how come I read from what he said 11 years ago as well. He talked about how the bidding process could have been handled better, could have been more public, could have been more open so that we could have examined it. Just like for other major projects that going on, you know what I mean? Make them public. So we go have a transparent government and all these kind of things. He talk about how the architectural. Cause remember you said there were technical issues. How maybe they could have gone about the process of selecting the architect different. I can see if one
Nobody.
I can see if somebody draw some plans which turn out not to be good plans. And if you had to get other plans, allegedly according to the story, how that no can see? Me can't see how that no can see.
Well, he say he prefer got who clean and he not clean. So what else he gonna try?
But he gonna get back. He's supposed to get a refund. I think that's $50,000 they saved the NIA deal. Waiting for me crime stopper feet and that, you know. You know when you report something,
Well,
you're supposed to
well,
get peace.
so tell me some enough rainfall who clean the gut, no?
But you no kind of got go clean. It is impossible to clean the gut. It would be a disaster to clean the gut. I would send a picture that National Geographic
What
if
we
they
need
clean it.
is you to give us a picture of the gut.
No, well, I could get picture of the gut. I will get pictures of the gut. The
Yeah,
next thing,
get a video. Get a video. Your video will be so superb to a picture and a video with no talking in it.
the last thing what I want to say about the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got people house. We got hand door and window, and somehow cockroach gonna get in there. You know what I mean? Up to last night, you know what me kill? Me kill a centipede. Something gonna get in. The hospital right now board up, you know. What kind of shape that there gonna be in? What in there crawl around right now? What taking yo, this hospital are gonna be entertaining. I wear a couple of the next clip, you know.
Let's say a centipede. You catch a centipede
Have
in the
that,
hospital?
we will mobilize afresh. You
In house.
mentioned that somebody you say called Ian Patches Libert was on some program. I was in cabinet shortly, for a short period, with a man called Ian Patches Libert. And what I will say today on record is that nobody, Mr. Bart, has ever accused Ian Patches Libert of being bright. It has never happened. And at his age now, I don't think it will ever happen again. So, I don't respond to nonsense. And when I hear some of these people and their nonsense, I leave it right there. If Mr. Patches had any appeal to the public, he would not have been fired from every single job that he has ever held. He is now where he is because, you know why? He told people, I know you and you know me. He should have left it at I know you. Because once he said they know him, that's why people vote against him. So I am not concerned about the likes of Patches Libert. He is where he belongs, and he will forever now be a talk show host. That is his calling. Let him stay right there. Social Security has not indicated to us that there are any difficulties. I believe that we had, when Team Unity collapsed sometime in May of last year, when I suppose they were seeking to create as many problems as they could and create a narrative out there that we were somehow mismanaging this, that Social Security had written saying that we owed some $9 million. Having looked at that, I smile because the bulk of that, almost $6 million, was what they call the social services levy. That's our money, meaning that that is collected, paid to Social Security, and Social Security pays it back to us. So it really ought to be the process of a simple set-off. But I understand that the mischief makers were at their best in that electoral period. But again, the people spoke. And in August, the people said to the CCM, as a former member of Team Unity, we are satisfied with you, and we're going to give you just what you had before, all 3 seats on the island of Levis. That, Mr. Bart, for me, is what speaks most eloquently. So I'm singularly unconcerned with what the likes of this gentleman have to say. As I said,
You you unconcerned upon the opposite bench, bro.
um,
Why don't you really tell people?
I played a clip there in full because I was seeing a partial one and people was making it seem like the premier did not answer the question. And I feel like it was a question what he had to answer. So Patches nobody feel like I play him like so we will get it what or not, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like people needed to hear the full answer because it's a very concerning issue. The $9 million that I was seeing there.
Well,
And he brings some clarity to it. What do you think about the clarity?
the clarity sounds very clear to me, but it just the backstory of him and Patches for where they come from and where they are now. Meaning like he made a deal with the devil and he been a mingle who he been a mingle with, you know? And like to just to hear this now, oh, you ever hear anybody call you bright? So that mean, Mr. Bradley, you are all for yourself, or you just saying what it is for entertainment purposes.
Mr. Branley is the shape of water. Okay? Whatever glass, whatever jug you want, show me now, he gonna fit. He could be your brethren today. You understand? But you better believe there is gonna be one defining feature. You understand?
I got to
What are you bringing to the table?
I got to tread carefully, boy. I got to tread carefully
You go bring something to
because
the table
like
at that moments in time, and if you ain't up there and you go against the thing, by it's Bio and Messiah time, you know. You check it's
but
collision
but you
time.
see, but you see, you gotta look at the fact that when you're associated with certain people after they come and tell you thereafter when you and them follow, a man a bring out information. Well, look, a man a bring out the illiteracy of that person to embarrass that person. But who really looks stupid in the relationship at the end of the day? Because a man only bring numbers, the numbers may be right or wrong. But first you got to start off by saying how unintelligent somebody is or whatever. But the full case scenario is the end of the game is you just wanted to cuss the man in a diplomatic way, but you kind of gave me some clarity on the number. So there was two stories in one. So you kind of gave me, the positive side of what we really need to hear to clarify. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, you this your partner who you been went go join up with. After you write up a whole Visa card and you still fail. He get what he wanted, Remember, he get what he wanted. He just basically lose. Then after you lose, you lost. He lose his seat, you get fired.
You no now you me ask. I think last week we there because like oh no it was to do with something else. But once again, I feel like the premier gonna got to put on the righteousness angle. If he gonna want like the political discourse to change, I feel like Eric Brand is a better messenger. Because as I tell you, you can well, as you point out, you can respond to a question and your response include a diatribe. You got to go attack somebody intellect who was a member of parliament and then make people feel like bah you ain't even got to be bright to reach in a parliament and make
Thank
people
you.
feel like and make people feel like look why I vote for them kind of ways there.
That mean you basically tell me Janelle ain't bright. That mean you basically tell me Try ain't bright. That mean you try to tell me Zook dunce. That mean you try to tell me Eric on the next
No, he
side
ain't telling you that. No, he will never say that. No,
until
that
such
only
time.
applies. That only applies to non-CCM. You see? Well, the other people who he apply to, then I realize it. Sometimes I realize when it's too late. So, but it's over now.
So,
relation to
so
MSR
while
Media, MSR
Oh my
Media,
God,
of course, would have relocated their efforts to St. Kitts. I gather they would have bought OTI, the former OTI hotel, and I'm not sure what MSR is doing now in terms of filmmaking. I know that they've involved, their business seems to have changed, where they're involved now in other things like citizenship by investment. Our deal with MSR was always a deal to make movies on Nevis, and I believe that they delivered on that deal and that the island would have benefited through employment and also through exposure. It also, of course, led to us realizing that we have potential here to have a film industry. And so the island is already looking past MSR. In fact, I have been in recent contact with Mr. Philip Martinez from MSR, and we are now talking about some others who want to come in to do a film here, and hopefully that MSR can help them navigate what is happening here on the island. So we are already moving forward in relation to what we want to do for film. We thank MSR because they were the ones who showed us that it was possible, but we are not wedded to MSR. We are looking for a much wider platform for film and film development here. And so I don't know what MSR's plans are. Last they told me they had planned to shoot some kind of series in St. Kitts and Nevis. But as I said, that for us is important if it happens, but if it doesn't happen, we are focused now on other producers as well coming in. And we have some excellent leads. I believe that that will materialize in due course, and that is what we are working on. So I'm very satisfied that the MSR partnership worked for the island, and that the island is now poised to fashion new partnerships and to get additional and other producers to come in. MSR succeeded in putting us on the map, and that's what we wanted to do, and I think we've achieved that. The Malcolm Guichard Park.
Before we get to MSR, and I want to do something more expansive with regards to the social security system, because let me tell you something. Social security in St. Kitts and Nevis, if I like when I say we need a reformer, oh my God. There was an article by a gentleman in Grenada in 2021. Social security contributions in St. Kitts and Nevis to the social security income was 90%. 90%. The current benefits exposure in St. Kitts and Nevis is 502%. Well, was 502%. There is no, but Trinidad got some outrageous numbers too. But, and we're going to go into it at a later time, but the point is the viability of social security. You got too much of people that get social security right now. And that's where you're going to hear the politicians talking about they want to raise the age. Them man are trying to do everything right now to not pay benefits. It's not viable. Which is one of the reasons why me not understand how Dr. Joe made the decision. Because I think that the number that I saw was like 27,000 people received it, was eligible for the $1,000 based on the breakdown. And that is $27 million. I don't know how some of the things that are happening are able to happen. And I don't know why the leader of the opposition is letting some of the things happen. In the federal government. I know the premier and the prime minister got to be good. But when you wear a lot of hat, I don't know how that's possible.
now listen,
With regards to MSR Media, I found varying stories. I see one said that the initial deal was 2 movies, and then they signed on to the 5 more. But I see an article before that said that the deal was for 6 movies. In addition to that, there was a deal announced last year, reaching all Variety magazine when we just find all kind of things or watch and get reviews and so, which was speaking about the fantastic deal. 35 movies, gonna generate 150 million US dollars, which is gonna be spent in the Federation.
But who's spending the money?
Them a build roads, GG. But they forget to build toll roads. Oh yeah, MSR Media. We were supposed to be getting all of these benefits. Now you hear the premier say, and that was 2022. You know, coming on to an election. You know, when you coming on to the election and you go get a place hype, Jason, and you need $150 million MSR deal. You check, cause you're making sure your film industry legit, and money gonna be flying them kind of ways there. And then come back the following year. Not even November don't even reach back again, and you're not concerned if MSR come. How much money has been actually being generated? I know that the government was paying $400,000 a month to various places. So at least that $400,000 there was being spent. I think the overall estimate was like $1 million every quarter or something like that. So maybe 1.4 them kind of ways every quarter. But that it's gone from I got the article, but I'm not even gonna read it. So what taking place now, but it gone from being the foundation of our film industry to I don't even know if them make movie anymore. He said the last he hear them a do citizenship by investment. Them and all come and realize by CBI do it. Yeah. And then they plan to do a series, and if it happen, it happen. If it not happen, it not happen. We're moving on. The man is the shape of water. You can't find a couple of mark only can't fit in it. You can't find no kind of sore where he not got a bandage where he could go and about that. It's not possible. You can't find it. Never. He want to stop the political back and forth and the cussing. But nobody ever accused Patches of being intelligent. The shape of water, you gotta give that to the man. The last thing I'm gonna say about the MSR Media, they signed a deal, $150 million over X amount of years. Within a year, walk away from the deal. You notice any kind of trend was going on? Sign a deal with the NIA and walk away from the deal. I spot. Y'all spot the trend. We got an SK. They ain't even really got an SK. Dr. Joe, you better believe them on that SMA. Just do. You ain't gotta believe me. You might find out a little later.
What a scheme.
But, yeah, them man gonna SM. You better believe that. How are these?
What a scheme. What a scheme. The movies that on Netflix?
One of them on Netflix. Cause they get one of them distributed by Lionsgate. I watch one of them on Amazon. Couple of them on Amazon, them kind of ways there. But everybody say the same thing. So somebody say, yeah, You know what I mean? Good pictures, good shots. But like nothing does actually happen in the movie them. You're supposed to get one of them kind of action. I tell somebody you must go watch that. I don't see that they work out. Behind a team Antigua, same man, them man there ain't no going.
What do what?
Them man actually do the same thing, movies don't they?
Oh, try catch your money?
And then when you all remember like same man gonna like places like different yachts, different locations and man, if you ain't careful,
So they're happy
same
for
man.
island to island with this magnificent idea.
Yeah,
Well, look, are
but
you happy for the idea?
they're still doing CBI, you know, 'cause I went on their website and I still see the woman talking about it's wonderful, you know. Why wouldn't if you wanted another passport, why wouldn't you want it from St. Kitts and Nevis? She said, why wouldn't you
So,
want to give back?
okay, so they basically they're collecting money and collecting passports.
Yeah, and doing movies. The man still like they got some plans to do movies, but as the premier said, they man pass it along to another producer, you know. I tell
I
her,
just
you
feel
know,
like
how you on a movie industry and tell me about you got one company. You got one company and you got a movie industry. You watch ya. You is a wifer? How much money you got? One. Okay. You could tell me, I hear you. But I think no. You got money and you got a dollar? How you don't got one of anything and tell me like you're the master of that? You can't go one. You got to get them in abundance in order to be on them kind of levels. Film industry with one company, but if the company they ain't Disney, then who you talking to, boy? Showtime, HBO. What you talking about? Film industry?
yes, yes.
No, no.
as we speak. The airport expansion, excellent question. The last update I had from the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, who's leading that particular project, is that the consultants will be shortly on island. They're moving here. They'll be based here. We should have a signing ceremony with them shortly. We will say more to the press when that's arranged. And we expect to start the public consultations on the project. Remember, there was a clamor about public consultations, and I said, just wait, that will happen in time. Well, the consultants are going to lead that consultation. We are also anticipating that we will be able to formalize and finalize the arrangements with the property owners in the area. We have been in direct communication, some with them directly, others with their lawyers. We have had a few have already accepted the offer that we made to purchase their property, and we are negotiating with the others for purchase of their property so that we can have the necessary land to do what we need to do. And so it's for public purpose. That purpose is the expansion of the airport, and we are hopeful that people will be reasonable. Of course, we understand our people. Some are trying to be as unreasonable as they can in terms of price, but we are negotiating good faith, and we hope that that process will be complete. So that process is happening simultaneously as the consultants doing their work, and all that is happening, and the consultations will happen very shortly. So we hope that when the consultations start, that people will be willing to come out and to share their views and see how we can make the project the best possible project that we can for the island of Nevis. Discourse on our political thinking, where it is not only about cussing, it is also about ideas. It's also about development. It is also about a tone in the country where people can share ideas. You know how good I feel when I'm in the parliament, and from the opposition benches my colleagues can make suggestions and recommendations for bills to say we suggest this or we suggest that, and the government side listens, because they don't have a monopoly on wisdom. They don't have a monopoly on ideas. Everybody in that parliament has something to offer. because some happen to at this point be sitting on one side or the other, doesn't negate their capacity to offer their own ideas and suggestions and even solutions to the problems that we face. That is how we refine policy to make it better. And so, I'm not going to apologize. And when the lines open, the people can tell me whether or not the Premier and the Prime Minister having a working relationship is a good thing or a bad thing.
Alan?
Mm-hmm.
So the guys on the next side doesn't have a monopoly idea.
And now he want got sense on the boy. He cannot he cannot be the honest person in the use of access.
But you see
Even me who not gonna common sense, me still at least got sense. By and that the thing about it, you know? And that me question. When is public consultation supposed to happen? You think public consultation on a project like that supposed to happen before the project is approved or after the project is approved?
Before the project is approved.
But everything maybe he sound like he tell me is that this project has already been approved. This project is going forward right now. You know, here he said the consultants coming to live. Really and truly, this consultation is not necessarily, as me said, this not look approval, you know. This not want to hear nothing about no alternatives, you know. This is more to inform the public. This is what is going to take place. So just a lie, you know. This is
Something
what
is
is
happening.
going to. Yeah, me not think this. Me not think this consultation. Me not think this consultation is necessarily gonna be about. And as me said, this is not interested in alternatives. This is interested in informing you about it. This is what is gonna take place.
Okay, does.
The Premier had a lot of information about Sinkits and the airlines that are gonna be coming into Sinkits.
Mm-hmm.
He had more information about that than how the airport come in. But as he said, in a few weeks, the consultations are gonna begin. I would encourage the NIA to, go far with this public thing. You know what I mean? Make sure that there is video so that who never cancel in them times, yeah, could be able to see the consultation and maybe chuck it in. But me not no sense, so me can't ask a sensible question, but at least be able to bust a couple joke in the comments or something like that. So
You're not gonna sense in any monopoly?
No. But maybe he talk about the monopoly car he no me like couple Uno or Dominoes or something like that. So he not that make they not got the monopoly. If there's any more clips, go ahead or no. If that's it, you go lab and all that have to say good night and them kind of things. So make go watch a soccer. 2 more weeks left for the consultants in the US to send us the info about the hospital. Oh yeah, we're gonna hear the hospital information shortly as well. Really and truly, what may I see? If you look at the government, if I had to assess this year from the government, I would say the Premier get like a D-, because he started off and he said his top priority for the year was the hospital and nothing do. We got a special advisor for the airport, and all we know is that the consultants are going to live. And true, we've been a put up MSR people. I could tell you and all which part they gonna live. You know what I mean? But we're gonna protect them, let them have their anonymity. But I know y'all know where to book them in and them kind of things there. Hopefully the bill gonna be a little bit less than MSR. If y'all not paying for it, you know they're gonna pass it on to the customer. So you're still gonna pay for it anyway. But
So
this thing is happening.
those who went got app movie and get a 150. Congrats.
Maybe we wanna get into. I wonder if like somebody need to ask the premier about the acting academy. Cause there was some kind of academy and they used to meet on Mondays and Wednesdays down at NEPA to do acting. So watch out, all of these things I need to know are going on. Does that mean that the acting academy is over? Is the music studio gonna replace the acting academy? Cause that was in the 2017 budget. You have the music studio down on NEPA. I wanna know.
So on the AC not even out.
No. But yeah, them man need to get a AC they working. But today was a nice day. I don't feel like today should have been the half the either. I walk in church going this morning and no rainfall this afternoon. So how them man tell me about storm? If the Chinese, if you look up 10 o'clock in the morning and you see Gold Coast open, everything regular. Chinese determine what going on with the weather. Them man got the real whatever weather app them man I use, that let them man know exactly how much rainfall.
Yeah, but the app there for everybody too.
Boy, them man one more clear. Because I've been kinda weird about the premier too. The premier had make a statement and say like he don't really follow social media. I ran up play that clip there. Yeah, he hasn't played that clip yet. But he was like he don't follow social media. He's very wary of social media. Today when them man want people go down home and come and work, how them put it out on social media, on Facebook. I be going home 12 o'clock. I come and work on social media. But when you use the shape of water, boy, you got to learn from the premier boy. The man is a talented man. One of the best we ever seen. He's probably says on hold until new film company comes in. He said they have an excellent line to producers. Hopefully that ain't not turning into the excellent line or what we had to investors to come in the country. Hopefully it's not gonna be the same line there. I feel like that line there was a landline. I feel like no. I like how he got the new Apple. He wireless now. Hopefully he even got wireless headset. You check? So he not even got to put his phone to his ear. He just book
Yeah.
and
But guess what?
press a button.
What charger you need?
No, them the new charger them man got no. Them man could charge with Samsung charger now.
Well, now I said what charger you need.
Me no know, but he gonna find somebody what will do coding, and they're gonna be able to let you know what going on. Yeah, the coders are gonna help him.
The hackers that changing budget numbers.
Big up Miss Danella Thompson, who work for Van Radio. She asking better questions than Webo. She asks question what I will feel like, I feel like Webo does want to ask them kind of question there, but he like, but Miss Thompson, you doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? I could end off with I could end off with that.
Good
Everybody
night,
have a good
everybody.
night. Yeah, yeah. See y'all later. I gotta go watch a soccer, man. And Loki Thursday. My God, Disney.
Yeah. Lately I be having conversations with myself cause I feel like I have nobody to talk to.